Hi, Shiloh family and friends. My name is Sister Almarine, and I want to take this opportunity to say that I've missed you guys so much. It hurts. I'm used to seeing you guys every week or multiple times a week, and so you can just imagine what it's like what we're going on our fourth or fifth week now, and I haven't been able to see you guys and hug you guys and touch you guys and laugh with you guys. So it has been a big loss for me, but I cannot wait until we're all going to get together again just for the craziest celebration with lots of food and lots of laughter and lots of hugs. And so I miss you guys and I'm thinking about you guys. In the meantime, I wanted to be here just to introduce you to a topic that is dear to my heart. And if you know me, well, you know that dogs, God, and mental health are some very important things to my heart. So for this particular video, I will not be talking about my Milo. I will be talking about mental health. And many of you know that have worked in some capacity in mental health for almost 20 years, much of which involves providing psychotherapy to youth and their families who are struggling with severe mental health problems and disorders. And so I really wanted to be here to have a conversation around healthy mental health, especially because as our community is adjusting to the realities of living with a pandemic, everyone, I believe, really needs to be mindful of theirs and their loved ones' mental health. A person's mental health affects every domain in their lives, right? It affects their faith. It affects their emotions, it affects their thoughts, it affects their actions, and it really does affect their daily choices. So mental health struggles can make a person feel lost, out of control, vulnerable, anxious, defeated, and can really make them feel as if they are stuck in a valley, and that it's a valley that is insurmountable, that they will never get out of it. So really, that defeated piece that I spoke about, it affects the person's capacity to deal with stress, such as the isolation and the sense of loss, and just really being stuck, as a lot of people are feeling when it comes to this pandemic. So facing mental health struggles can be difficult. And, I think it's important to mention that one of those difficulties comes from even just admitting that you struggle with mental health. And one of the reasons behind that is because, we still do live in a society where mental health struggles and mental health diagnosis do carry a lot of stigma and misconceptions. And some of those misconceptions that I've heard over the years is that a person who struggles with a mental health problem or mental health disorder is weak, ungodly, and really shameful. And I really want you to know, really want you to know that mental health struggles cross all borders, race, faith, age, economical status, and gender. It affects, yes, both women and men. It affects both secular and Christian population. So I want you to remember that mental health struggles are not shameful and that having a positive mental health really matters. It not just matters to you, but it also matters to God as well. I am truly blessed to be associated with a church that really encourage us to be active participants in having healthy mental health. And so another reason why I'm here is to introduce you to a new venture that we are taking on at Shiloh is called Shiloh's Mental Health Monday. So every Monday, we will post a video speaking on a mental health related topic to encourage you in your journey towards a healthier mental health experience. So for this week, I want to speak on a point from Pastor's sermon from yesterday titled, God is in charge, not Corona. So repeat again, God is in charge, not Corona. A point that resonated with me from that sermon is the point that says we need to learn to let go and let God, because God already has the solution that we need and that we're actually searching for. We only need to allow ourselves to surrender to Him. We need to choose. Yes, we do have that choice. We need to choose to surrender and allow God to lead us. And it's important for you to remember that to choose means that we have the choice in what we do and how we choose to handle a specific situation. So most of us find ourselves in this situation where the choice to move around freely, to work, to give someone a hug, to just hop and go when we want to get together to worship, to socialize, to go browsing in the mall without buying anything. It was removed from us without time for us to adjust, to ask questions, and even just to protest. So many people need time typically to adjust to this idea of change, right? Change is always something that many of us want to be in control of, right? And many people will say, well, change and deciding to change is our right. Except in this situation and many other situations that you will face, the choice and change will come when we don't expect it and when we don't want to. Even in situations such as this one where it was an imposed change, albeit justified, right? The isolation can lead to some people feeling resentful about the situation. They can experience increased fears and anxiety, and they may even struggle to accept life as is. This sudden change and loss of choice and control can make a person's anxiety even worse, right? And so a natural inclination for most people would be to try and control the situation. But trying to control the uncontrollable can increase the person's anxiety, hopelessness, and even their vulnerability to facing attacks in this situation. It's okay to not be in control, and it's okay to accept that controlling a situation is not always possible. This level of acceptance doesn't mean that you're giving up, doesn't mean that you don't care, doesn't mean that you are living in denial of your reality. It means that you are letting go and let God take over. So instead of trying to control the situation, why not control how you respond to the situation? In this sense, you have both the choice and the control that you've been earning for without the burden or the load that comes with it. And so I want you to remember 1 Peter 5, verse 7, that says, "Give all your worries and cares to God, for He cares for you." And that means learning to let go and let God take over. So I have a challenge for you guys this week, and I will be doing all the challenges that I'll be asking you to do. I want to challenge you to pick one thing. Now, I know that there are a lot of people at Shiloh and a lot of people who are watching who like to make lists of things, and lists are great. But for this week, I want you to pick one thing that you will do differently this week to demonstrate that you are letting go and let God. Okay? So that challenge is, I want to challenge you to pick one thing that you will do this week to let go and let God. And remember what I said, letting go and letting God, right? Does not mean that you're giving up or giving into the situation or denying. You're saying, God, I am allowing you to take over. I'm allowing you to take this burden, this anxiety off of me. And I also want you guys to remember that moving towards a healthy mental health first thing it requires is to admit that you are struggling. And admitting that you're struggling can be really scary, but it's also requirement. It's also a requirement to really start taking those steps towards having a better and healthier mental health experience. And so I want you to remember, don't try to do this alone. This is why we're doing these videos. We may not be seeing each other every week, but your church family and friends are still here for you. You only have to ask, right? And part of letting go and let God is saying that I'm going to receive and accept the support that God has put into my life to walk through this together. So we're here to walk through this with you. We're a family. That's what family do. And so I want you guys to have a blessed week. And remember that your mental health matters to God because He loves you. So for this week, I hope this has been a blessing to you. And I hope that you heard something that resonate with you and that you'll be able to just be encouraged from. And so I wish you guys a great week. I love you. I miss you. And I cannot wait to see you.